Today's keyword is self-doubt. Yeah, it does trouble us many a times, or I would say most of the times. And you know that. You know that voice, don't you? The one that whispers right before you're about to send that important email, or maybe, rewrite it one more time. The one that pipes up when you're about to share your idea in a meeting. What if everyone thinks it's stupid? Or the one that freezes your finger over the submit button on that job application. You're not qualified enough. So today we're talking about that voice, the one that's cost us promotions, relationships, opportunities, and countless nights of sleep. We're going to talk about that, eliminating self doubt step by step. Here's the thing about self doubt that nobody tells you, it's not actually about your ability. It's about your fear of uncertainty. Think about it. It's when Priya hesitates before wearing that bright kurta to the office party because log kya kahenge. Is she really worried about the kurta? No, she's worried about the uncertain response. Or when Rekha spends 3 hours perfecting a presentation that only needs to be good enough, is she being thorough? No, she's trying to control an uncontrollable outcome. So self doubt disguises itself as caution, as humility, as being realistic. But really, it's just fear wearing a sensible sari. The irony is delicious, actually. We doubt ourselves the most precisely when we are about to do something that matters, something that could change our lives. Your brain interprets, oh, this is important, as this is dangerous. And suddenly you're convinced you need 3 more degrees, 5 more years of experience, and your mother in law's approval before you are ready. So now, here's where it gets interesting. Confidence doesn't grow from thinking, it grows from evidence. Let me paint you a picture. Anita wants to start a small business from home, maybe selling her amazing homemade pickles. But the self doubt rolls in like Mumbai monsoon clouds. What if nobody buys them? What if I fail? What if my husband's family judges me for wasting time? So, what does Anita do? She thinks about it. She makes pros and cons list. She watches YouTube videos about entrepreneurship. She thinks some more. And guess what happens to her self doubt? It grows bigger. Because avoidance is fertilizer for doubt. But here's the alternative. What if Anita just makes 5 bottles and give them to 5 neighbors? Suddenly she has evidence. Maybe 3 people love it. One person says it's too spicy. The other person ghosts her. But that's not failure. That's data. That's reality. And reality, even when it's mixed, is always less scary than the horror movie playing in your head. Action quiets doubt. Avoidance feeds it. It's that simple and that hard. Think about learning to drive. Remember how terrifying it was when you got hold of the steering wheel for the very first time? The roads felt impossibly narrow. Every auto rickshaw felt like a personal threat, and you were convinced you would never master the clutch, brake, accelerator coordination. But did the fear go away because you thought about driving? No, it went away because you drove. Mile by mile, your hands collected evidence. I can do this. I have done this, and I'll do this again. So here is your blueprint for eliminating self doubt. Break it into one doable step, not 10 steps, not 5-year plan, just one step. Want to switch careers? Don't apply to 50 jobs tomorrow. Update one section of your resume today. That's it. You want to set a boundary with your in laws? Don't plan the big confrontation. Just say, let me think about it. The next time there's a decision you're uncomfortable with, one sentence, and that's your step. You want to get back into shape after having kids? Don't commit to daily gym sessions. Do 10 minutes of stretching today while your kids watch cartoons. Done. So here's what happens. When you complete that one small step, your brain receives a tiny deposit of evidence. Oh, I did something I doubted I could do. And then you do it again tomorrow, another deposit. And slowly, without you even noticing, your belief account starts to have a positive balance. So I love how we Indians save money, right? We don't wait to have a lakhs to start saving. We start with 10 rupees, 50 rupees, 100 rupees. Confidence works exactly the same way. You don't need to feel fully confident before you start. You build confidence by just starting. The woman who doubts whether she can speak up in meetings, she doesn't need a personality transplant. She needs to speak one sentence in the next meeting. The teenager who doubts whether she's smart enough for engineering, she doesn't need a motivational speech. She needs to solve one problem today. Here's the beautiful truth I want to leave you with today. Self doubt fades when action speaks louder than fear. Let me repeat that. Self doubt fades when action speaks louder than fear. Your doubt isn't your truth. It's just your brain's outdated security system, still treating a job interview like a tiger attack, still treating a difficult conversation like social exile, still treating a new beginning like the end of the world. But you're more capable than your doubt gives you credit for. Not because I'm saying nice things, but because every single achievement in your life, from learning to tie your shoelaces to managing a household to surviving 2020 or 25, came from doing things despite the doubt, not after it disappeared. The doubt might never fully disappear. That's perfectly okay. You don't need silence. You just need your voice to be louder. So here's what I want you to do today. Write down one thing you're doubting right now. Just one. Maybe it's a conversation you're avoiding, a dream you have shelved, or a boundary you need to set, or a risk you want to take. And then break it into one doable step. So small that it feels almost silly. And complete it today. Not tomorrow, just today. Because the truth is, your life won't change when you eliminate all doubt. Your life will change when you act despite it. So, with that thought, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you.